Hello, my name is Sue and I'm the Prime Minister, first speaker from the government team. Today's motion is the Republic of Korea should allow telemedicine and for-profit medical subsidiaries. The government team strongly agrees with this motion, and we have three main arguments to support our stance. But before that, I would like to give the definitions and the background. First of all, the definition for law is make acceptable or legal, not interfere with. And the definition for telemedicine is the practice of consulting patients and giving medical advice using information and communication technology. And in telemedicine, it is permitted to patients who require regular and long-term medical checkups, but they're not in critical condition. And for-profit subsidiaries means that entities which provide services and products with the purpose of making money. Now I would like to explain the background. The healthcare industry, like any other industry, can be thought of as consisting of two parts, the supply side and the demand side. On the demand side, South Korea has a national health insurance program which helps patients pay for medical services. The patient will pay a small portion and the national health insurance will pay the rest. On the supply side, the government itself does not own and operate hospitals, but does use strict regulations to manage the provision of health care. Now I would like to explain our arguments, which are first, efficiency, second, welfare, and the third argument will be presented by our Deputy Prime Minister. Our first argument is about the efficiency. We have two aspects for this. The first one is in telemedicine, and the second one is in for-profit subsidiaries. First of all, telemedicine. Telemedicine can be efficient in time-wise too, because people who are in situations which are hard to reach hospital, such as living in rural areas, or they're disabled, then it is hard to reach hospitals. So telemedicine saves the time for them to go to the hospitals, and also it helps with the healthcare because more people can have healthy treatments. And also the disabled and elderly who have a hard time going to the hospitals because maybe of its long distance or the stairs, then they can have benefits because the telemedicine the doctors can give them advice. And also the minority who are excluded and, for example, in rural areas, and if they want to go to a hospital, it takes too much time and effort. So telemedicine will help them save the time and get medical advice. And second is about the for-profit subsidiaries. There is no for-profit subsidiaries gives disabled patients an opportunity to not move to big cities for a hospital, but stay in their own area and get medical treatment. And also people who are living in rural areas and kind of isolated areas, it takes a long time to go to a hospital if they're sick. And in dramatic situations, if they don't get to the hospital in time, they will be in big danger and it might be even fatal. So with for-profit subsidiaries, it saves time and it can even save the patients' lives. And also, according to the supporters in Korea Herald, it would increase the investments in South Korea's medical science research development. Now I would like to go on to our second argument, which is about the welfare. This is about the for-profit subsidiaries. For-profit subsidiaries have a duty to pay taxes to the government. And like its name, for-profit subsidiaries get lots of profit, which means that they will pay more taxes to the government, and which means that the government will get more budget to spend on the welfare system for the citizens. So, for example, they can help support the poor, provide food, shelter, education, medical support, and also medical advancement. So with more educated, healthy people, there are more people or more laborers to work for the country or society. So we will have more budgets in the society and in the government, which will help us develop all these welfares and medical advancements. So it ends up in a cycle where people are getting much more welfare and much more budget in the government. And also, with more budget, we can help people in rural areas develop. So the gap between the cities and the rural areas will decrease, which will have a good effect on the whole country. So in conclusion, we believe that the Republic of Korea should allow telemedicine and for-profit medical subsidiaries because of mainly three reasons. First, efficiency. Second, welfare. And the third reason will be presented by Deputy Prime Minister. Thank you for listening.